We'll go with 2 for now. You set your ventilation. Like I said, 275 is where it usually stays, but that's up to you guys. And when you turn your chamber on,
The rate set is how fast it's filling up?
yes, correct. It helps when the gas is on back here, though. There we go. So, everything's set, and you're ready to go. You switch that on, and your set pressure regular should be backed off to 0 when you start. And once you pressurize it and you don't touch this, it'll go to an idle pressure, usually around 2 psi. 1.5 to 2 psi is usually where it's at. It'll go to an idle pressure and it'll stay there until you decide to turn the set the pressure. And at about 1 psi or 1.1 psi, you should start to see this pin come out. Get that little brass pin that comes through here. And once that's out, you know that this is engaged and you can't open the door. Like I said.
As you turn it on, this started and moved, so that just lets us know.
Right,
it's
so
going.
this here will let you know that there's pressure in the chamber. If this is red, you don't want to open the door. So even at the end of your treatment, once this is all the way back down to black, then you can go ahead and open up your door. That means it's safe to open the door. The green one means that there is gas coming from the wall to your chamber. So if something starts going wrong and you're losing pressure and this is gone, that means that you're losing pressure from the wall. Okay. So we're about at that idle pressure, like I said.
Where do you see that?
So this is your pressure inside the chamber. This is the pressure you're set at. This is the pressure that's actually in the chamber. And like I said, when you haven't set it yet, it's going to go to, your idle pressure and stop and stay there until you choose your pressure. So we'll go ahead and bring it up to 2.5 ATA, which is 22 point something. I forget what it is already, but this 2.5 circles here. That will denote 2.5 ATA. And you're going to start, once it's set, it's going to start pressurizing at a rate of 2 psi per minute until it gets to 2.5 ATA.
I'm glad you said that because you might think that would have been
right
2.5, but well, okay, now I see it.
And you can adjust your volume here. You'll be able to hear the TV too, like I said, until you pick this phone up. That cuts that speaker out, and it's going to cut out your TV volume as well.
And then is there just a standard pressure where every patient's the same?
No,
Or you
no,
guys
it
Yeah,
depends. I mean,
whatever they're prescribed.
whatever the indication is
Right.
for, and so.
That'll be a physician order, that's how you order with so much pressure for so many alcohol and the air brakes as well.
Now this needs to be adjusted.
It can. If they need it closer, you can slide it forward, you can slide it back.
Okay. But we can do that while they're.
Yeah, you can move that, anything.
It takes like 90 minutes. Treatment.
Yeah, and it's going to take a while to get up there, but like I said, unless they've been diving their whole lives or some kind of experienced diver, they're not going to be comfortable with the higher rate sets most of the time. Like I said, the gas comes in through the door. Those 2 gray vents at the top, that's where your gas is coming in. It comes through the chamber, through all the controls and whatnot, comes through this end, through the rails, up into the door and out those 2 nozzles there. And the exhaust is, like I said, behind that screen. It comes out that way. Oh, and right here's your cycle count. Chances are you're going to want to note, record all your cycles. So in the install and testing process,
It was on 7.
okay, so it's probably going to be 8 or 9 when this is done. So every treatment is going to be 1 cycle. And that's an indication of, I guess, the life of the window. A certain amount of cycles, way down the line for you guys, will require at the very least
We
a
don't
new
need to
window.
track that though, that'll be part of the PM when you come every year, or is it something we should pay attention to?
Like I said, most centers record their cycles.
Okay.
What patient was for that cycle and when it was used.
Okay.
Again, that's another policy thing.
Okay. All right.
And as far as, housekeeping goes or anything like that, I would tell them to, stay away from this area. There've been incidents of them, trying to mop under the chamber or something like that, not really knowing what's under there and hitting something and throwing it out of whack. Or a lot of places will put, a line down on the ground even. Say, you guys don't go past here, we'll take care of everything beyond here. And there's really not much with the storage models. They make it so there's not really anything to worry about cleaning underneath there. You can get under there. As long as you can see under there and see where the mop or the Swiffer or something like that is going, as long as you're not, I'd just put a dusting cloth on there, because like I said, any kind of cleaning agent that might splash up on the acrylic, you might get some kind of cosmetic blemish on there.
At the end of each day, when everybody's gone, put some sort of a sign for the housekeeper, in case it's somebody different doesn't know or whatever. It's not.
Not
Murphy's.
beyond this point, or whatever.
Exactly.
Like this line.
Housekeeper, attention, do not go
Exactly.
down
Because
this
That line
there's
would
this
be
line
perfect.
right here,
Yeah.
and then they could not go past
Yeah,
that.
just keep the sign in the closet, end of the day, pull it out, stick it there, and you're done.
Like I said, I have centers that even put yellow tape down.
It's like a crime scene.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Either around the chambers themselves or just a whole half of the room. They don't want to touch it, but-
Yeah,
That must
way
be,
they're not even around the changes.
Be about right there, huh? So it's gonna stop once it gets.
Once this gauge gets up to here, it's going to stop. So this is your pressure inside the chamber.
I got you.
And this
Okay,
is
that's
where you're set
set
at.
pressure. Okay.